Boswell. And off we go from Cleveland. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Chubb, the ball carrier. Vince Williams on the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Always got some breathing room. The 40. 20.
Nothing
10.
here. Nothing here.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 63 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Boswell on for the point after.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Peoples-Jones returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Mayfield looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The end of the first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield dancing to his left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling the drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 43.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the ground, it's Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Forced out, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Browns 6.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones returning.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 39.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Steven Nelson. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, twisting away. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
good for another Cleveland Browns.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Following the interception, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The drive will start with Connor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, Roethlisberger gonna throw, eluding the pressure right. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Let's go! I can hear you.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.